Hi friends, it's Friday. Tonight I want to talk about something a little bit different. Many of you would know that I work for the Salvation Army and I work with kids and their leaders. I work for the National Kids Team for the Salvation Army in Australia. And tonight I want to talk about noticing your kids. Last night I talked about who am I, so finding ourselves and our identity at this time, and I want to transition from that to knowing our kids at this time. Now, there's lots of information out there for parents, and even if you're not a parent though, and this you might think, oh, well, this isn't very relevant for me, it might be good to be thinking about kids in your life, young people that might be in your life that you know of. Imagine how cool it would be if we could get as many people as possible caring and truly seeing our young people during this quite unusual time. If you are a parent and you're looking for some more professional advice, I'm not the person to go to. I recommend the Resilient Kids Facebook page, like search Resilient Kids on Facebook, especially if you're Australian. Dr. Michael Carr-Gregg, search for him, Google him, look on the social medias. He is awesome and I highly recommend you go there for some professional advice. Now, I watched a webinar about a week or two ago about how to build resilient kids during coronavirus. And they were talking about the most important connection, even before coronavirus, but even more so now, is the connection found in family. We're spending a lot of time with our families at the moment, and that connection between those people is now more important than it was even ever before, although it's pretty important for kids. So this is important. We can think about establishing during this time some rituals and some traditions maybe that we've always wanted to do these things, or maybe we hadn't been intentional. We were just doing life and whatever. We can now be a little bit more intentional. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to be at home with family and an opportunity to establish some positive change. Now, we know that for some kids, home is not a safe place to be. I just want to recognize that. And if you are worried about families or you're worried about particular kids, I encourage you, depending on what level your worry is at, to either call 000 or reach out to Lifeline, or there's Kids Helpline, there's Parents Helpline. So whether you can refer kids to there, or you can maybe even reach out to get some further advice about your particular situation. Want to make that really clear that not all families are safe places to be right now. But overall, you can take this opportunity for your child or the children around you to go from an unusual, pretty stressful, maybe even scary experience to a positive time that they remember, maybe even fondly, that they look back on and go, remember that time we had coronavirus and we all had to stay inside and get to know one another, and that was when we started this, or that was when we started that in-joke, or that was when this happened. And we can do that by elevating relationship rather than task management. Now, I laugh when I say task management because I have to confess, I feel like I'm definitely talking to myself right now. I don't feel like I'm doing this very well at all in my own life at the moment. I feel like this time was actually made for my husband. His parenting skill set is shining at the moment. He finds it much easier than I do to stop a task that he's doing and play, or to turn any task that he might be doing into play, and make it fun and whatever he's doing. As an example, this afternoon, while I was finishing a work task, he played a card game not only with our 5-year-old but with our dog somehow. I don't know even how he did that. You might have seen some of the photos on my social media. But he is a great dad because he elevates relationship over task management. I, on the other hand, am the opposite, and I find this kind of hard to do. The thing is, when you make relationship with your kids the most important thing, no matter what you're doing, no matter if you're doing the laundry, no matter if you are doing homework, no matter if you are playing games or you're just having dinner, when you make relationship the most important thing, you really get to know your child. And then you can, in turn, help them find their purpose in the world. We talked yesterday about us using this opportunity to find our purpose in the world. You can help your kids find their purpose in the world also. When you notice who your child is, their personality, their strengths, their interests, you can then affirm to them that God made them good. And you can then open up doors for them by connecting them with their passions as well. Kids have passions and kids have things they want to do. They have dreams. They have good ideas. And you can support your child and help them make their good ideas happen. That's it for today. You are good, you are loving, you are kind, and make sure your kids know that too. Bye.